our own TV series, and create our own things, rather than complain all the time, say, why do they do this about us? That's what they do. That's what they do. They're not going to change, and they have agendas, they have lobby, people who lobby behind the scenes and stuff. So what we need to do is we have enough talent. You see, he's directed The Moonlight, and it's been an amazing show worldwide. So you've got someone who can write that direct. You've got actors who could act. Put us in a room together. Let us think together. Let us do like they do. And then we create our own shows that are really good, that they won't look to that show at Netflix or whatever it is, and who's actually worth nothing really, do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's really complaining and actually saying no, blah, blah. No, we need to work. We need to create our own thing, and that's how we counter that stuff. That's how we do it.
I agree with ظافر. I just want to tell you something, that Hollywood is not one thing. When Jada Pinkett Smith makes a film, it doesn't mean that Brad Pitt is making the same film. Everyone is different, and this is one person. I think Netflix made a mistake that they didn't include a single Egyptian in the project. Not the director, not the writer, not the producer. And I'm telling you, it's a mistake, because they wouldn't do that to any other culture, especially these days. Everyone is respecting everyone's culture, and everyone, if we're making a film about Asians, definitely we're gonna get Asian. If we're making a film about Koreans, we're gonna get Koreans. So I think that was a mistake, but I think what ظافر is saying is absolutely right. First of all, I actually like, in my opinion, that everyone in the world right now knows that Egyptians are mad about this. I would encourage everyone who's speaking about it, please be careful to how are you expressing your anger? I think Egyptians, and most of the Arab world, we have every color and every skin tone, and we have nothing against a single human being, and we love each other. But and that's why it's very important, because the main thing that I'm seeing when people are covering, especially the Western media covering this, they're trying to make it towards like, okay, Egyptians are mad because they're racist. And that's the worst thing. No, we're not. Absolutely, when we're defending something like this, we're just defending the truth, defending the facts. So that's something very important. But so there's many ways to defend this. One of them is for the people to speak, which was a great thing. The other, and I think is the most important thing, is for us filmmakers to start making films and stuff. But I think it's every country in the world. If you didn't take the initiative and told your own story, someone else is going to tell it for you. So if I was in the shoes of the Egyptian government, I would start supporting making different documentaries, sending to every university around the world people who can explain the facts, the undisputed facts, and making sure, as I told you, like I think the way Bassem Youssef, for example, the way he defended he defended it beautifully, because I saw a lot of other people talked about it in a way that it sounds racist. Yeah. The worst thing, by the way, maybe even worse than our culture being stolen, is that we get called racist, which is absolutely not true, because we're not. But so I think
Bassem Youssef, how did he do it? What did he say?
Bassem went on TV and he was very elegant.
Eloquent, yes, he was really good.
Yeah.
I think what he was saying is the black community and the black African countries, they have amazing cultures and amazing own kingdoms, and that they should celebrate, which is rightly so. But I think also we should respect the history of Egypt and the pharaohs and that culture, and not taking over just for the sake of it, just for making another show, another thing. It's just, and he was doing it really eloquently, and I think that's what it is. It's just, we respect, it's nothing against color whatsoever, because actually we are from all the other countries, we've got all the colors, we've got the white, the black, the brown, whatever you want. So it's nothing to do with colors. It's actually, when you talk about the pharaohs, we know how the pharaohs look like. We know how the Egyptians look like. It's nothing to do being against other colors. It's respecting their qualities, respecting who they are, and that's the way.
By the way, I have an experience. I actually want people, when they defend this, just like to quote this. I created a TV show about the pharaohs in Egypt.
Yeah.
And it got cancelled.
Oh.
Do you know why it got cancelled?
Why?
Because people thought that the star is too white.
too white.
Yes.
Yep.
And he's Egyptian.
He's an Egyptian.
Yeah.
It wasn't the only reason, but I'm telling you, it was like 50% of the reason. So it's not about, people thought it's not accurate enough.
Yeah, because they have a certain image that
Yes.
they actually want you to tailor to that image.
Absolutely.
Versus, as you said, we should be able to tell our own story with our
It's
own
so important.
production.
It's so important.
The TV show completely got finished.
Yeah.
The trailer 10 days before the show aired, and it got canceled. So it's not about being black or being racist against black people who just wanted accuracy. That's all.
I think I should explain. Sorry, what's going on? Is the movie or the TV
It
show?
was a TV show.
It's a TV show that is a Cleopatra. So it just basically there was a lawsuit now. I think there's a lawsuit against it. So there's what they called it blackwashing, basically saying everyone there is much darker skinned than the actual Egyptians. So everyone is asking for more accuracy in portraying, but sometimes expressing that was perceived as racist, although it's just supposed to be accurate.
أنا معلش رح أجاوب عليك بالعربي. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna answer in Arabic. إحنا عندنا مشكلة لما أي حدا بيقرب على تراثنا أو على ثقافتنا أو على figures عنا، إن كان في ديننا أو في تاريخنا، بنحتد كتير. وحقيقة ترند ردة فعلنا دائما بتكون مؤذية إلنا أكثر من إنها تكون مفيدة إلنا، زي ما قال وتفضل محمد. We really need to take care of how we react because it's a big part of saying who we are. هون في أمريكا وفي أوروبا بتلاقي في figures دينية. Jesus, sometimes people see him as dark skinned, some people see him as an Asian, some people see him the way they want. People are free to say their point of view. هم لهم الحرية. كل واحد يعرض ال point of view تبعته. Even sometimes they put their vision or their point of view in a very impolite way. ما فيش فيها respect. I say even when it comes to that way لهذا الليمت لهذا المكان we need to know how to نعبر عن نفسنا ونقول لأنه ما نطلع شعب بربري، ما نطلع شعب متوحش، ما نطلع شعب عنصري زي ما قال محمد وظافر. نطلع شعب راقي، نطلع ناس راقيين well educated, we know how to express ourselves and how to speak about our heritage, our traditions, our figures. أنا حاليا عملت مسلسل في مصر، عملت دور السيدة نفيسة, which is I'm not Egyptian, and I was so afraid. And Egyptian people took it with all their good heart, and they loved me, and I couldn't imagine that. Oh my God, I was so afraid. I know how Egyptian people adore this religious figure. So I don't believe that Egyptians are racist or whatsoever, but the way we speak on يعني نحكي عن نفسنا really matters. We need to respect other people's opinions. They're free to say whatever they want, but we have to express ourselves the best way ever. لازم. وكل واحد حر. هم في ناس بيطلعوا figures دينية بشكل حتى بخصهم هم. ما في respect، ما بخصنا احنا بخصهم هم. بس the way we react, this is عن جد. وزي ما قال تفضل محمد، احنا لازم to focus نشتغل كتير على تراثنا. إذا ما حدا، أنا في بناتي في المدرسة مثلا، معلش I'm sorry.
No, please.
في مصر، أنا كنت عايشة في مصر my kids are Egyptian. So they had one time to do this like project about Tutankhamun. And I looked everywhere and I couldn't find books in Arabic to talk about this thing. And I had to buy an English book ونعمل and to cut. And I said, إحنا مقصرين. إحنا we lack this. So when إحنا we don't do the right thing, we shouldn't complain. We should work hard and show our work. Not we should work more than talk.
I think we left the space for them to do that. We left the space, whether when we talk about history, talk about politics, social matters, everything, we kind of, and we lived abroad. I think, well, I know you don't know me, but I know you've been following you for years. So I really respect all your work, and I've seen all the great things you've done, whether in Palestine or in the West. And I think we who live abroad, I lived abroad for 23 years in the UK, we had enough of doing those parts where actually you play the peripheral character, you play the character who's one-dimensional, you play the guy, you know, we've got so many stories, so much depth, we've got so much to tell, and at the end of the day, I think Walid is doing it, I'm trying to do it myself, he's doing it, we have to take control. You know what, we're going to tell the stories, we're going to create that stuff, we're going to have a voice, because it doesn't make sense that now, 2023, and this is the first time there's a Hollywood Arab Film Festival that's happening here in LA. And we took us all these years, and thank you guys for organizing
Thank
this.
you, Michael.
Really, the technical team, it's a great festival.
Thank you, Michael.
And it really, yeah, Michael, that's for you. So just, it's very important for us. Of course, we have to say that's wrong what they did, but we have to work. We have to produce stuff. We have to create stuff, and we have to get together and do it.
25% of this panel is you, Walid.
I know.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
He deserves it.
For sure.
Can't take a move now, stop.